Almighty God, grant us the courage of Jesus Christ, your Son, to face the coronavirus pandemic with trust, strength, compassion, and resiliency. Give us the grace of the Holy Spirit to free us from fear and anxiety, so we may do actions of help and support and look forward to our healing with hope. We pray for the health workers, food liners, maintenance cleaners, logistics abler, government leaders, and volunteers who continuously come together to deliver our daily needs to survive. Guide us from this time of crisis, preserve us in peace, protect the weak and vulnerable, and those who serve the society during this pandemic. This we ask and pray in Jesus' name, our Savior. Amen. Naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy, mga kantang tatak Pinoy. Kahit nasan ka man, kami ay mapapakinggan. Streaming worldwide, the future of radio in Manila, California, and Hong Kong. This is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Tiyak ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program anchors and producers and do not necessarily reflect the policies and position of this station. the program that is a call for the times during this 21st century pandemic, seeing breakthrough beyond horizons. This is Two for the Road. Challenges are usually solved and stepped up to as partners know the worth and value of being two for the road. Join the global business and transformation mentor Rolly Pagaspas and the global marketing leader Bingo Matta as they discuss collaborations in the program that pivots on partnerships. This is Two for the Road every Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Philippine time, only here on V81 Radio Worldwide.
Okay. So magandang hapon kabayan and welcome sa pinakabagong business program na nakapivot sa inaasahang tutulong sa pag-bounce back ng mga negosyo at mga SMEs, ang Two for the Road Pivoting on Partnerships. At kasama ko dito bilang kapartner ang isa sa mga pinagpipitagang business leader sa larangan ng una, real estate. Pangalawa, sa basic commodity of gas. Pangatlo, sa pharmaceuticals. At i-welcome natin ang very gentleman, ang modelo ng work-life balance, ang very flexible at marketing-able global marketing leader. Please welcome Bingo Matta.
Hi, Rolly. Hi, partner. Good afternoon
Hello.
to you. Thank you for that nice introduction. I'd like to greet also our listeners who are tuning right now, our viewers locally and abroad. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Just like what partner Rolly said, we're here and talk about more about partnerships in this 21st century setup. I am very honored to be part of the show, Two for the Road. Rolly, thank you again for inviting me as your co-anchor for the show.
Yes, at ngayon magsisimula na tayong i-present ang mga business verticals on how partnership is happening sa bawat larangang ating ipipicture ngayon. And last week naman, syempre we have so many takeaways na sinabi ng ating mga guests from the academe at from the legal profession. At isa sa mga takeaway na to ay ang partnership daw is consists of two or more people that is engaged in a business, doing business together. Pangalawa, meron silang three main types of partnership, di ba? General, limited, at mga limited liability.
Yes.
And then, partnerships must fall within the city for which they do business and are governed mostly by the national laws. At siyempre, pag magkasama raw ay dapat ang mga partners na they invest in the business and they share in the profits and losses. So hindi pwedeng parang profit lang i-share sa iyo, kundi dapat sa risk at losses kasama ka rin pag partner ka.
Yes. Nabanggit mo partner na nabanggit mo kanina sa partnership depende sa laws. So depende kung saan bansa ka magse-set up ng partnership agreement. Like with like in our country, may different partnership setup. Sa US, meron din ibang partnership setup. So yung mga negosyante dapat maging aware sila kung ano yung limitations within their country. Kung saan na sila magtatayo ng business partnership.
Yes. At pero siyempre, itong ating programa ay nakatuon para dun muna sa ating mga Pilipinong makakasama dito at sa buong mundo. Di ba? Dahil ang ating audience ay migrants at workers all over the world. At siyempre, sabi nga nila, ang mga partners may be liable or may not be liable for the actions taken by the company. Ikaw ba, Charles, when you got into partnership, handang-handa ka na ba?
Handang-handa na, Rolly. Kailangan talaga sa partnership, mapag-aaralan mo lahat ng bagay. Ano yung best case scenario, ano yung worst case scenario. So my advice also to the listeners and viewers, if you're going to partnership, like what you said earlier, kung kasama ka sa liability, you have to think, pag nagkaroon ba ng liability itong partnership na to, what are the possible liabilities? Pwede ba maapektuhan yung assets ko? Pwede ba akong maapektuhan legally in case there's a case? So these are the things that you must consider if you want to enter into partnership. Kailangan titignan mo yung best and worst case scenario palagi on a partnership agreement. But before anything else, kailangan kasi sa partnership merong mutual trust. May mutual trust yan. Kanina you mentioned about the different types of partnership. Like there's general partnership. In general partnership, halimbawa 5 tayo magkakasosyo, hindi pwede na 5 tayo or 10 tayo magkakanegosyo or magka-partner. Lahat tayong 5 or 10 magde-decide for the business. Kailangan meron tayong pinaka-leader na isa na pipiliin natin na siya ay magpapatakbo. meron lang tayong set of guidelines kung paano patatakbuhin or mismong yung leader na yon kung paano patatakbuhin yung negosyo natin o yung partnership na i-enter natin. Ang partnership naman kasi, it's a mutual understanding between two persons or more. Pwede itong mutual understanding na wala kayong kasulatan, but if you'd like to make your partnership into formal, then there should be a written contract or agreement between two or more parties.
Usually, nirekomenda natin na dapat merong agreement na
Yes, para mas legal.
dokumentado talaga, di ba?
Yes.
Hindi para hindi mag-away.
Yes, and para define yung role ng bawat partner. Ito yung role mo, ito yung role ko. Mas maganda yung gano'n na meron talaga agreement na written.
Ako mismo sa aking experience, I don't believe in equal yung 50-50 and then apat kayo, 25-25. Kailangan may isa talagang lamang. The essence of that is yung one share na lamang will dictate na siya yung magta-tiebreaker and then gives him the additional responsibility of being the lead managing partner.
I agree, Rolly, kasi imagine mo, kung 5 kayo magkakasosyo or 10 kayo magkakasosyo or more. Tapos lahat kayo gusto ko mangyari, ito gusto ko mangyari, ito gusto ko mangyari. Paano mo ngayon i-resolve yung conflict? So there's really should be one na talagang yung tinatawag na alpha na siya yung mag-guide sa group. Ganito ang tama. By having your consensus or views on different strategies, ito yung sa tingin ko yung pinakatama natin na way. Whether you like it or not, I need to get your support. Ito yung sa tingin kong tama for our group. So meron talaga isa dapat na mangingibabaw as a leader. Hindi pwedeng sa partnership, all are leaders. Dapat meron isang prime, meron isang supreme na mag-guide talaga for the partnership.
Pero don't get us wrong, no? Di ba sa ating mga tagapanood at tagapakinig, lahat yan mapag-uusapan. So may proseso nga lang. Ang sinasabi ng aking kapartner is kapag lahat talaga nag-step up at gusto na lahat parang grandstanding, talagang magkakahirapan kayo. So may technique dyan. At yun naman ang motibo ng ating or objective ng ating programa na ipakita mga best practices sa mga partnership per vertical. Nang hindi namin binabanggit kasi sila mismo ang nakaranas sa mga ito at sila magsasabi na naging successful, matagumpay sila in going through the partnership process.
Yes. Importante kasi para maging successful, kailangan you trust one another. Meron kayo, nagko-complement kayo doon sa ginagawa ng isa't isa.
So, to cut it short, Bingo, siyempre, siyempre sa economic sector, we want to be an economic enabler, kaya binuo natin itong programa na ito. And then, siyempre, sa ating economy, may 3 sector, no? Yung primary, ito yung kinukunan natin ng primary sources ng mga produkto like fishing, agriculture, at yan naman, pag yan ay ginawa ng manufacture o manufacture, ay manufacturing sector na ang tawag doon. That's the secondary sector. At yung pangatlo, pag nag-add ka ng value, ito yung sinasabi nating service. We chose yung service kasi ito yung mas malawak. And then, ano kaya may bibigay natin pinakamagandang dahilan ba't masyadong mahalaga ang service sector, Bingo?
I think tourism industry is one of the service industries that very crucial to our national growth. It represents 1% of our gross domestic product or GDP. And we all know now, tourism is not really best nowadays. And it will really affect our GDP or economic growth. Because the tourism industries involve hotels, airlines, tour operation, even restaurants are affected also. This is part of the service industry. We also have other industries like real estate, we have events. Yung events talagang ngayon affected because there should be no mass gathering nowadays. So there's a lot of that industries that within the service industry. Marami siya, Rolly. Even banks is part of the service industry. Gas, water, electricity is part of the service industry.
Anyway, yung service sector really is a very important sector because dito nga sa Pilipinas, the service sector contributes a lot to our gross domestic product. In fact, pati yung mga padala ng mga OFW is considered part of the service sector.
Yes, ang laki, lawak talaga, partner.
Pero yung sector na yan ang ating i-embrace while we discuss partnership. At ito naman partnership na to dahil maraming rudiments, pero hatiin muna natin sa dalawa. Halimbawa, tayong dalawa, bingo, no? Gusto
Yeah.
natin mag-partner. We will now be business partner. That's one. When people engage into an activity and then with the same radar, same mindsets, and with a definite plan, nagiging business partner sila. Pero may isa pang partnership, di ba?
Yeah,
For example, our company is now standing and then gusto natin kumuha ng mga taong maniniwala at i-embrace ng ating serbisyo. Ngayon may bago ng school of thought that the customers are treated to be also as partners.
I'm
So,
sure maraming matututunan yung mga listeners natin ngayon and viewers sa episode natin na to about partnership on the service sector.
Pero may definition yung business partner. A business partnership is a legal relationship that is most often formed by a written agreement between two or more individuals or companies. Pero yung sa customer, wala na kayong dokumento kasi there's a trade, there may exchange. So, habang ginagawa yun, bakit yung ibang customer nananatili sa isang kumpanya, yung ba yung tinatawag na they are being treated as partners ng kumpanya na yun? Paano kaya yung dynamics na yan? And then, malalaman natin sa isa nating napiling vertical ngayong hapon na ito, ang professional services industry. Ito yung mga industriya na binibigay na ang mga members ay mga nakapasa sa board or na-certify ng isang organization. Masasabi natin halimbawa yung mga accountants, and then auditor, dentist, lawyer, coaches, no? And then consultants.
Ang dami partners. Pag sa service industry.
Basta
Ang dami ko sinabi kanina, pero ang dami pa rin talagang saklaw ng service sector.
Oo. So ngayon ang challenge natin bingo is himay-himayin natin yan para makatulong tayo dun sa mga nanonood at nakikinig na gustong magkaroon ng partner o kaya gustong pumartner o kaya i-treat nila ang kanilang customers as partner.
Yes. Na gusto ko yung sinabi mo kanina, partner Rolly, no? Yung mindset. Importante kasi sa partnership, you have the same mindset. Dapat nagkakasundo kayo paano yung magiging galaw nyo, paano yung magiging steps nyo in enhancing your service sector or industry. Napakalaking bagay nung may tama kayong mindset. Kasi hindi pa pwedeng ito mindset ko, ito mindset mo. Pag tayo nag-execute na ng business plan, hiwalay tayo ng gano'n.
Magulo yun.
Ang mindset natin dito, it will go continuously upward kasi you have the same mindset.
Okay. So halimbawa, dito sa napili natin industriya, di ba? Itong industriya ng professional services industry. Paano kaya ito? I think palabas muna natin itong video na to so that we can define this industry of the professional services. Okay, roll BTR please.
Running a professional services business is a balancing act. Top professional services companies today run their business with cutting-edge systems, encompassing all areas of their business under one application. Marketing, finding and retaining clients, having the right people on the right projects, and making sure to use all assets to peak efficiency in order to deliver services in a timely manner. Then there is tracking employee and external contractor time, billing and invoicing, and managing customer service and expectations. Got it? They do. They have all the smart assets for success, taking control with a holistic view of their company's various data, project information so they know where to staff up, and they have a complete view of all their resources. Taking advantage of cloud technology, they have secure access to advanced analytical tools from anywhere. Got it? We do.
Alright, so ayan, so yung video na yan about professional services. So ang sinasabi niya, halimbawa kahit lawyer ka, accountant ka, accounting ka, dentist ka, or whatever, masahista ka, okay? So you should treat yourself as exposed sa lahat ng proseso ng isang kumpanya. And then, so ibig sabihin, hindi ka lang bilang mag-isa. So you represent a company with your service. At kaya, siyempre, yung backgrounder ng video ay dahil may disruption ngayon ng technology. Kaya sinasabi nila na kailangan na monitor mo lahat, at least with the sense of technology, kung paano mo i-engage ang customer mo from the time na your engagement with the customer is considered a project. Di ba? Nakita mo yun na ang project daw eh. So, mean to say, halimbawa tayo, Charles, no, we are into the media marketing partner. So, yung bawat natin mga guest, ang treatment natin sa kanya, project, na pag naging maganda ang samahan natin, nagiging program. And then yung program, nagiging loyalty. At pag naging loyalty, nagiging partner na. Parang ganun. Ikaw, anong take mo?
Yeah, it has to start somewhere. Kailangan meron munang engagement. Hindi pa pwedeng automatic nakilala kita ngayon. Say, for example, tara mag-sosyo tayo, mag-partner. Kailangan meron munang engagement, meron munang common denominator, meron munang napagsimulan. And from those things, it can further grow into partnership. Pero pwedeng, because of this, we share the same interest pala, we have the same business vision, we have the same resources, or we can share our resources together. Doon nabubuo yung partnership. Kasi nowadays, like yung mindset before, siguro mga 60s, 70s, kadalasan puro sole proprietorship. And then nauso yung mga corporations. Pero sa partnership, napakalaking bagay, Rolly. Kasi if you like, say for example, if you want to put up a business, pero wala ka masyadong halimbawang capital o wala ka masyadong network, pwede ka ipakilala sa ibang network na pwedeng merong capital, merong pwedeng expertise sa ganitong field, and then you will have a meeting of the minds kung paano kayo mag-share ng mga talents and resources together to come up with a business, whether it be a service business or a concrete business na pwede nyong simulan. So maraming pwedeng talagang pasukin na types of partnership by first engaging on the first step.
Yes. So, lahat ng yan ay kailangan i-consider ng isang tao at ng dalawang tao na magpa-partner because that's the hard part or the documentation part. Ito gagawin natin sa susunod nating segment, the soft part, no? Mean to say, what are the things na we can decipher and then make it as a standard in terms of characteristics, attitude, and then, makikita natin paano ginagamit yung mga bagay na yan as an element so that the two people will now be deciding to be partners. At syempre, pagkatapos yan, syempre may iba pang aspeto ng buhay because there's a thing called wheel of life, no? Yeah. So, makikita naman natin na sa wheel of life, how do they consume their other time after the business?
Hindi naman pwedeng puro negosyo na lang.
At syempre, di ba? So,
parang hirap naman maging masaya kung puro negosyo na lang yung isipin natin. So, kailangan naman mga leisure activities.
Titignan natin yung the merging sense of lifestyle ng mga partners. Does it contribute also as a parameter in the success of the partnership? At ang lahat ng yan ay ating matutungan. So, after the hard part, sorry for the yung word na hard, the documentation part, and then the soft part will be the attitude. That's something that is within us. Titingnan natin ang juxtaposition of these two, and then if it makes what will be the equation to make it a total equation for a successful partnership. So ang lahat ng yan, bingo, ay ating matutunghayan ngayong hapon na to sa kauna-unahang episode wherein we feature an actual partner in this program of Two for the Road Pivoting Partnership. At lahat ng yan ay makikita nyo sa aming pagbabalik right after this short break from our partner.
We'll be back shortly. This is Two for the Road. Two for the Road. Only here on V81 Radio Worldwide. Kabayan, nahuhomesick ka ba? I-download na ang aming mobile app at mag-enjoy sa mga kantang tatak Pinoy and feel like you're home. The V81 Radio mobile app, available in the App Store and Google Play Store. V81 Radio mobile app, free now, free forever. Para enjoy ang pakikinig sa V81 Radio kahit saan. We are now on your Amazon Echo devices. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio at i-enjoy ang inyong mga paboritong Pinoy music 24/7. Sabihin lang, Alexa, play V81 Radio. Now back to Two for the Road. Two for the Road. Only here on V81 Radio Worldwide.
Alright. Alright, so
Welcome
we're
back,
back
partner.
and yeah, at the end ay aming i-feature ang ating main guest sa ating guest, no? Dalawa sila sa ating Partnership of the Week segment. Intro, please.
Companies need collaborators as suppliers, dealers, distributors, value-added agencies, and solutions providers. Together, they find the answers to the many business challenges. Let us meet them here at Partnership Feature of the Week.
Alright, so today we shall feature the professional services industry with its sub-industry coaching. So Bingo, pakilala na natin ang ating mga guests. Take it away.
Yes, thank you, partner Ronnie. I'd like to introduce to our listeners and viewers two distinguished guests that we have for today. First is I'd like to introduce to you Miss Ruby Palma. Ruby Palma is an executive coach. She graduated from University of the Philippines. She took up her MBA at Ateneo. She has more than 20 years experience in the industry. She worked with the companies such as AstraZeneca, ICF, and she received several citations and awards from the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce you Ms. Ruby Palma. And next, our second guest is Mr. Tommy Delmar. Tom, for short, is a corporate consultant. He's a business coach. He was educated at University of San Carlos in Cebu. So, Cebuano, one thing that I really love about Cebuano, very competitive ang mga Cebuanos. He also took up an executive education at Wharton for 2 years. He has more than 25 years of experience in the corporate world, both here in the Philippines and in abroad, like Indonesia. He has worked with B. Johnson, Diageo, Perfetti, Asia Pulp Paper, Roche. Currently, he's one of the partners of Leadership in Motion. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce to you our guest again, Mr. Tom Delmar. Hi, Ruby and Tom. How are you? Good afternoon to both of you.
Hi, hello, Bingo.
Hi.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Hi, Ronnie. Also,
Hi.
Hi,
good to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
First and foremost, we would like to say thank you for gracing the show. I'm sure maraming matututunan ngayon yung mga listeners and viewers natin because these two people, Rolly, are really well experienced in the corporate world. Kasi sa isang negosyante, hindi mo naman lahat alam eh. Kailangan mo ng serbisyo ng ibang mga tao, ng ibang kumpanya. Like, halimbawa, meron ka pinapatakbo isang negosyo, you have your own accounting department or meron ka accountant. Kailangan mo pa rin ng services ng ibang auditor, ng ibang accountant. Kailangan gusto mo enhance yung team mo, yung management skills nila, gusto mo enhance personally yung sarili mo kung paano ka to move further, become a better person or CEO or manager, you need to engage with different services sector. And Ms. Ruby Palma and Tom Delmar business is really fit for this kind of service. No? Kailangan talaga ng mga negosyante yung servisyo nila. And I'm excited na guest natin sila ngayon because they can help a lot of people.
Yeah, I've known Ruby and Tom for quite a long time, but this time I'll be out. I'll be not in their middle because I want them to make kwento. Ang una kong tanong is, paano ba kayo nagkitang dalawa? And then, can you vividly describe your first being together? And then, did this spell magic for some kind of partnership agad? Or what? Sige, let me hear from you.
Ladies first, Ruby.
Ladies first.
Yes.
Alam mo, magandang hapon sa ating tagapakinig in the Philippines and in the world. Diba? Parang hello world dito, diba, Rolly?
Yeah.
Kaya, dun sa tanong mo, alam mo ako, nung nasa corporate pa ako, no, I was lucky to have experienced coaching from a renowned, an author and a global coach. And that was what that attracted me to coaching. And so I also, in my heart, naging passion ko na rin si coaching. Kaya naging coach ako. One of the top coaches that I met is Tom. So Tom and I met in a coaching engagement. Ganon. No? Basta para lang siyang he landed on my lap. And one day, he
Ah.
just my coachee, and I was there for, I think we had a 3-4 month engagement, correct? Or
Correct,
was it
correct.
more? And then it now moved forward from that into almost what? Almost 2 years na tayo, together
Correct.
as
Yes,
a
yes,
business partner. So that's
yes,
how we met,
yes.
Tom.
Okay.
Thanks, Ruby.
Oh,
First of all, thank you, Bingo and Rolly, for inviting us over. And to your question, I first met Ruby when I was also transitioning. I just finished my stint in Indonesia as
Ah.
general manager for Ferrero, the Italian chocolate. And when I came back, I had contracted the services of a coaching company to help me go through the transition, and I was very lucky to have Ruby as my coach. And
Okay.
Ruby actually helped me navigate through a crossroad. I was in the crossroad of my career. I was looking at three options: whether to again pursue another employment, to go into business, to do something else. And Ruby, with her expertise in navigating you and helping you make that
Ah.
decision in that critical point of your life, allowed me to really choose something that really helped me, and that is why I became very interested on coaching. And that's how eventually, after the engagement, we decided that maybe there is a good chemistry that we can take forward, and so
Okay.
we became partners, both in coaching and consulting.
Okay. So during that time,
Yeah.
Ruby was playing the coach, and then Tom is playing the participant.
Coaching, yes.
Oo.
Coachee. Okay.
We're not
ang galing ng first engagement nila, no?
Ah.
Coach si
to a
Ruby,
coaching
tapos
engagement.
coach naman si Tom. And
Ah.
now
Correct.
they're business partners.
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Ano yung nakita mo, Ruby, kay Tom when he was the coachee as a person? Did he deliver? Was he the valedictorian of the class? Parang gano'n. Did he really, obedient ba siya? What are the characteristics ni Tom na
Consistent
nakita mo
naman
that
yan.
can be a
Si Tom,
partner?
awardee yan siya nung may awardee yan siya nung sa college niya. So, he didn't put it there. But he graduated, I think, cum laude or basta well awarded
With a
graduate.
de.
Oo. And so, consistently, ganun din siya as a coach. The best experiences I've had with a coachee is when the coachee embraces the change he wants. Kumbaga, parang
Ah.
every time we meet, ready. Ready siya. No, okay, help, teach
Ah.
me. Parang gusto niya ma-embrace. So, whether it is a teaching or a help, or he knows how to ask for help, he's very humble, and he does things for himself. And so, I think that's the ingredient that I saw in him. Very passionate siya. He wants to achieve his goals. He's very clear about what he wants to achieve. And he did. No? So sabi niya, I want to transition to something. I probably had the years that I needed in the corporate, and now I want to go on with it on my own. No? So I probably am ready now to embrace a shift in my career. So transition transformative coaching is one form of coaching.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw in Tom. That's why
Yes.
sabi ko, ano nito? I think we're set for success here.
Yes.
So
Okay.
tama na kayo. Anong experience?
Ako naman, what-
yung muna, Tom. So sa kanya, Tom responded being a participant, and then he responded to the call of the opportunity rightfully. Kasi di ba, he was in the stage of having a transition from being a corporate
Yes.
person
Oo.
to that of an individual reference coach or consultant.
Kasi, Rolly, ang pwede ring mangyari was, nagkasama kami ni Tom in an engagement, no? Pero ang pwedeng mangyari sa utak ni Tom at sa puso niya, I don't trust this person. Or di
Yes.
kaya, ano kaya matutulong ito sa akin? Or di kaya ano naman kaya ang part ko dito sa relationship na ito? I'm not engaged in this relationship. So, pwede rin ganon. And when that happens, I don't think the engagement and the relationship will work.
So there's a need to have si Tom sumagot naman. So ano naman yung, ba't ka nag-respond positively, not only positively but rightfully sa call ni Ruby?
I think it's basically leadership gut feel, I call it. No, I mean, and also chemistry. When I met Ruby in the lobby lounge of Shangri-La, EDSA Shangri-La, so I felt
Yeah.
I've met somebody whom I can trust, and somebody who can really help me navigate through what I'm going through, and that is the transition. And what I like about Ruby is that she is a very good listener, and not only that, she helped me answer my own questions, which I think was very powerful, because the best answer should come from the coachee and not from the coach. So Ruby is, used coaching at that time both as a science by using proven methodologies, but also on the other hand combining it with the art of listening, of being empathetic to what I have to share. And I think that really caught me. I think that I want to be a Ruby in the future as well, to be able to help people make that critical decisions in their lives, and of course answer their own set of questions. So that basically draw me to the partnership and potential future collaboration with Ruby.
Napakaganda partner no pinagsimula ng partnership nila. Like earlier nga, Ruby mentioned, siya yung nagko-coach kay Tom. Si Tom naman, accomplished na already. Tapos there was a point in his life, ano ba yung next phase na gagawin ko sa buhay ko? And then, Ruby help him out kung paano ba yung next stage. And Tom decided to become a business coach. Nakakatuwa kasi, pwede naman magnegosyo si Tom, pero inisip niya, paano ba siya makakatulong din sa ibang tao? Kasi by being a business coach, it's not really more of on money, but being a mentor, being able to give influence and make a person do more positive things or more productive things. Ginagay niya. Imagine 25 years of experience, more than 25 years of experience in the corporate world. Lahat pwedeng i-crash course yun ni Tom with the help of Ruby sa isang individual para matulungan siya dun sa negosyo niya. So, parang yung sa isang estudyante, isang teacher. Ang teacher, alam naman natin, ang teaching hindi naman talaga mataas na sweldo yan eh. But iba yung satisfaction na nararamdaman mo pag meron ka na impart na ni-educate mo yung estudyante mo at nakita mo yung estudyante mo naging successful because you became part of that success. And I think this is one good thing about their partnership. Kasi meron silang trust sa isa't isa. Alam nila, meron silang same advocacy. It is to help organizations, to help teams, to help individuals to do and make things better for them. Hindi sila yung sa pera. Nag-partner sila. Hindi. I think secondary yan eh. Let's help other people. Let's help organizations. Because of your experience, because of my experience, let's combine it. Nag-jive tayong dalawa. Kasi kung hindi nakita ni Tom yun, na mag-jive siya, to partner with Ruby, then there's no partnership at all. Kaya kanina dinidiscuss natin partner Rolly, di ba? Importante, meron munang first step. Then may second step, may third. Hanggang na-build nyo yung trust. Na-build nila yung trust eh. Na-build nila yung confidence sa isa't isa. Kaya nag-partner sila. That's one very important in partnership.
Yeah. So from the tipping point na nagkaroon kayo ng coachee engagement, and then that became nasundan yun ng mga pangyayari wherein the engagement has been repeated. Kasi di ba one time lang yata yung klase, di ba? No? So,
yes.
And then, so na-nurture siya because of the response of each of you to one another. No? I think Ruby personified the model coach. No? Na-inspire si Tom. At ito naman si Tom, he excelled in being the coach because maybe nasa dugo niyang excellence talaga. So he rise above the occasion of being the best among the lot. And then, pero ang gusto kong palabasin dito is yung engagement na yun, nurture with engagement to engagement to engagement.
Correct.
Until
I think two-way siya.
Two-way.
Kasi yung partnership, di ba, hindi mo pwedeng isa lang ang nagtitiwala. Pero ang isa naman, hindi naman trustworthy. May nagtitiwala tiwala, pero yung isa trustworthy din. So that may give and take siya, no? Parang
Ang tanong natin is, when is the deciding moment? Kailan nyo naramdaman na ito na and then kailangan mag-partner kayo? How did it happen?
So if I may answer that,
Okay,
Yeah.
sige.
yeah. So when Ruby asked me if I was interested for Leadership in Motion team coaching certification program, I immediately said yes. And in that session, in that program, I met the global founder of Leadership in Motion, who happens to be the first coach of Ruby, si Ernie Turner. So it's like if Ruby was my tita, ito yung grandfather of the founder of Leadership in Motion. No?
Lolo.
No. So if Ruby was my ate, ito yung father, no? So ito yung father of Leadership in Motion.
So na-expand ang family ni Tom.
Yes.
So one of Tom's goals was to get a certificate, di ba? To get to be certified as a professional coach. And ako naman, meron kaming programang ganon. So it was not as if I was selling him something, but I was just sharing with him, Tom, meron kaming global certificate, which is International Coach Federation, a gold standard, no? It has a approved by the International Coach Federation. So, kesa naman pupunta pa siya sa US para kumuha na the same certificate, dito na lang, di ba? So, nakasave pa siya. So, I was just sharing that to him. And then he immediately said, yes, I will take that. Okay. So, kaya nga nagkita nga kayo doon, Rolly, di ba?
Nagkita kami. Okay, mga 2 years ago na yata yun. 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Okay, now that you're together for 2 years.
So, gano'n ang
fast track tayo. Now that you are together, how do you describe these dynamics within your organization? How do you embrace opportunities now? Can you describe in a capsule, how do you embrace opportunities? Halimbawa, na-meet nyo ngayon si Bingo, and then Bingo wants to be coach. So how do you embrace that? Do you discuss the scenario and then can you tell our audience your story about this?
You go first, Tom, because I didn't quite catch the dahil medyo choppy si Rolly. Sige, go.
Okay. How do you embrace opportunities now?
Yes. Kasi for example, ako, interesado ako magpa-coach.
Interesado siya magpa-coach.
I'm sure marami akong matututunan sa kanilang dalawa eh. Just like with Tom, when he started, hindi siya close-minded eh. Hindi niya sinabi sa sarili niya na, oops, marami na akong alam sa corporate world. But he humbled himself. Sinabit niya, naging humble siya, nagpakita siya ng humility. Nakinig siya doon sa sinasabi ni Ruby. At nalaman niya, marami pala siyang matututunan at marami siyang natutunan kay Ruby. And now, they're partners.
May partner na, paano na? Oo.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you embrace opportunities?
Na-expand na yun. Sabi nga ni Tom, na-expand yung family niya. So as a result of that, Tom got involved in our global, in our local meetings and conversations. Okay. And one of the, in fact, he was involved in global projects. One of the projects that Tom embraced, it was the leadership, leading remote teams, diba? Or leading teams remotely. It was a full day of online delivery program. So part of the global pool yan si Tom. Nagkaroon siya ng So you can talk about that more, Tom. But because of his involvement with the extended family, Tom also became a local member of the International Coach Federation.
Yeah.
Tapos here, yun, ikaw na kaya Tom magsabi, how did you embrace opportunity?
No, I just wanted to build what both Rolly and Bingo said about tapping opportunities, and I think that the key there is really about we are in the helping business, and our task is to really help somebody really improve in terms of professional and personal development. So one of the things that really struck me about coaching is a quote by the CEO of Home Depot, and he said, I truly believe that nobody will be able to reach his maximum potential unless he is coached. And I remember
Wow.
at a certain point, Roger Federer, who is the greatest of all time tennis player, there was a point in his career that it went plateau, and then he changed his coach, and then he got another trajectory in his career. And the same with us, and that is why I think that the coaching profession now, while it's still in its infancy stage in the Philippines, really is a needed service, because especially at this time of pandemic, where people need to be coached in terms of what's next, in terms of how to ride above, let's say, mental health implications of the situation. So I think that's where you identify opportunities and then share your
Okay.
story.
Okay.
Network.
Medyo inclusive siya dahil nga coaching kayo, so you talk about it, no?
Yes,
Same with
absolutely.
Tret. How about Tret? So halimbawa, during the pandemic, how did you confront the pandemic scenario, especially the quarantine here? Did you talk about it as a group? Did you make a decision? And then how strong was one of the partner in terms of the decision making?
We know that the pandemic is COVID-19 is unprecedented in terms of scale and magnitude. And as a matter of fact, we were doing our 2022 strategic plan before this happened. And then all of a sudden, it caught us on our shorts down. So we had to regroup, and we said, how else can we skirt around the limitations? Because coaching and our mode of delivery has always been face-to-face. And so we looked at what we have and how we can use technology to still achieve the quality delivery of our services without exposing us to unnecessary risks. And I think that is a key, and it allowed us to embrace in an express manner yung technology, because admittedly it's not something that we are more comfortable with a face-to-face engagement rather than virtual, but now it became a new norm, and so we had to make sure that is part of our competency as a service provider.
Okay, so I guess during the
I think
pandemic,
as a service provider, Rolly, in the midst of this pandemic, the first thing we did was to really continue to touch base with ourselves, no? So, kailangan tingnan muna namin kami. How are we doing? So, may kami niyan, meron kami mga check-ins, may meetings kami, so that we took care of each other, no? The second one was we wanted to really connect strongly with our customers, because we want to journey with them, no? Gusto namin na maintindihan namin wherever they are in the process of this pandemic, how they're dealing, as we also transform ourselves. That's why today, if you ask me for a face-to-face, an organization that was used to a face-to-face delivery, kami ngayon, we can probably say mga 75-80% Tom, to deliver it all digitally, right?
Yes.
No, so we can do it face-to-face pag kailangan, but today, pag merong maghingi o magsabi sa amin na mag-partner sa amin, we can do a curriculum of a host of programs online.
Yes.
okay.
So naka-adapt na rin yung negosyo, no? Naka-adapt na sila sa online. Kumbaga, mabilis sila
Naka-adapt sila.
Yeah,
Naka-adapt na sila sa disruption.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kailangan din adapt, oo.
Yeah. Ruby and Tom, kasi sa partnership, hindi pa pwedeng yan eh. Like, ako nga, sabi ko sa inyo, I'm very much willing to be coached by both of you. I'll be very honored and flattered kung magiging coach ko kayo. Pero syempre, nasa sa inyo yan kung magkano nyo ako i-charge or kung i-libre mo.
Tutuloy tayo sa money matters, no? How do you decide about money matters between the two of you and between and among your partners in LIM?
Which is very important sa partnership. Ito po sa money matters, kailangan pag-uusapan. Yeah.
Okay. Can you share with us your process or policy?
Yes, so
ang isa sa mga sige, go Tom.
No, go ahead, Ruby.
Okay. Isa sa mga critical factors, I think, in a partnership is the ability to also make decisions, right? No, aside from the trust yung pinag-usapan natin, yung chemistry, yung compatibility, at saka yung complementation of your skills and expertise, importante din how you make decisions. So from the very beginning, no, because si Tom is a new partner coming in, we have existing partners, and so may immediate meetings kami with the existing partners, and we saw that we really we made sure that we are clear about what this means for us in terms of
Yes.
our shares, in terms of how much it's gonna take, and then what it's gonna expect from each other. Parang ganon. So we had that kind of not only conversation, but we also had that documents are also important, no? So kailangan din i-file din yun sa
Yeah.
SEC so that the partnership agreement is
Yeah, so napaka-importante talaga, Ruby, no transparency. Importante sa partnership na may transparency so that yung trust na nabuo, mas lalo pang mag-grow. Kasi pag walang transparency, yung trust pwedeng lumiit eh. Pwede maapektuhan yung partnership. Pero kung may transparency, lalo pang mag-grow yung partnership.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you, Bingo. But now that I think Lim, sige,
okay.
Ruby.
I really may kwento ako, no? Just to build on the Bingo's on trust. Meron akong participant before, no, sa isang global workshop. Tapos may assessment kami. Actually, co-participant kami. May isa kaming assessment na may partner siya, no? So, may partner siya, pero dun sa assessment niya, nakuha yung 360-degree assessment ng partner niya towards him. Doon sa integrity, na-rate siya ng partner niya 4/5.
Okay.
Ibig sabihin, hindi siya 5, no? You know what he did? After he saw the results, na 4/5 lang ang rating ng partner niya sa kanya, he called the partner and called off the partnership.
Ganun.
Kasi sabi niya, it's either 0 or 5. It's either you trust me or you don't.
Yes.
Parang ganon. So, it cannot be in between, no? Parang ganon siya. So, it's very important for him that trust is there.
Yes,
Oo naman. Yeah.
That's very important in partnership, really. Hindi pwedeng lukewarm ka, hindi pwedeng gano'n. Kailangan talaga.
Hindi pwedeng may, ang tawag nila, di ba? Hindi pwedeng may gray area. Kailangan maliwanag yun, walang gray area.
Yes.
All right, that's one story for the books, ha. Okay. But kami kasi, especially me, I know that Lim is a very formidable company and a leader in the coaching industry. Can you tell us na halimbawa marami nakikinig na gusto maging partner sa Lim at gusto maging interesado to be a coach? Ano yung mga minimum requirements ninyo so that you can now speak on behalf of the industry?
So as a coach?
As a coach, as a coach, as a partner.
As a partner, no? We partner now with coaches. Ibig sabihin, those who are interested to become coaches themselves, we have ongoing team coach certificate programs, no? Na pagka-graduate mo doon, certified team coach ka. No, you become a professional certified team coach. Pero when we partner with organizations, if they are requesting if they have a challenge, no, meron silang cultural challenge, gusto nila mag-build ng culture of excellence, high-performing team culture, at saka gusto nila mag-build ng coaching culture, we partner with them by ensuring that we are part of the strategic conversations. Importante na, let's say for instance, sa mga retail organizations natin, na ang sponsor ang kausap namin, no? Either the boss, the president of the company, or somebody who makes the decisions. Kasi ayaw namin ng one-off lang. Gusto namin strategic siya, no? Para part siya ng agenda ng organization. So that's how we begin the partnerships. And then, of course, the human resource lead, no, the manager, has to be part of that conversation also kasi ang daming importanteng coordination and data that is needed to make that partnership successful.
Yeah.
So ako, may kaibigan ako na nasa real estate, nasa gas at nasa pharmaceutical. Ano yung maipapayo nyo sa kanya? Once, does he need coaching ba talaga? Ibig sabihin, nag-open siya ng kumpanya in a snapshot. And then, mabilis siya talaga kasi memorize na itong partnership. Will he be needing too much of a coaching stint, or will you recommend for him na siya muna or yung buong kumpanya niya?
Tam, go.
I would
think-
suggest, I would suggest that he experience coaching for himself first, and then, if he likes it or if he sees the value of it based on personal experience, then that's the time he can bring the coaching culture to the rest of the organization.
Para maging high-performing.
Yes.
Exciting yan. You know why? I'm excited for that person. You know why? Because I see that person as a, ano siya, klaro siya about what he wants to be. Okay? So that's one. On one hand, yun, no? Importante, may clarity ka about what you want to be, ano bang fullest potential mo. If you don't have clarity around that, coaching can help you gain clarity. But where the important thing, where coaching really will be of most value is, where is he today?
Yes.
Diba? Kasi between today and his potential, doon ang coaching. Yan.
Pwede kasi siya as CEO, alam niya, di ba, maliwanag siya. Yung team niya, medyo naiiwanan. Pwedeng ganun yung scenario.
Pwedeng ganon. Tsaka, and it's critical, Rolly, dahil the two industries, you're talking about pharma and gas.
Gas and real estate.
And real estate. These, at least the first two are really essential. And the more you're able to unlock the power of coaching to propel the performance of the company into the next level, that is really key.
Ang ganda ng sinabi kanina ni Ruby at ni Tom, no? Na they are also helping individuals and groups for transformation. Because if you want your group to be transformed in a better way, you like all to become better persons, better organizations, maganda yung workflow nyo, you really need coaching. Napakalaking bagay. Again, kaya soon, I need to engage the services of these two leaders.
Bumigay si Bingo.
And
partnership din ang outcome ng ating conversation.
And if I may share, I have two good friends who are CEOs of big businesses in the Philippines, no? And they feel now that they are showing a lot of courage in managing their businesses, but they don't have somebody to bounce off what they're feeling. So very casual chat and conversations I had with them, they really value, because it's lonely at the top, especially with the pandemic at the background.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Kasi I agree with Tom. Kasi like with my sellers, no, with our team of sellers, ikaw yung motivate sa kanila. Ikaw yung nag-push sa kanila. Ikaw yung nag-drive. But I've always told them, the greatest motivation should come within yourself.
Correct.
So, siyempre, dapat kung self-motivated sila, yung mga obstacles that will come along their way and challenges, mas malalabanan nila. Yung hindi nila kailangan ma-motivate. And that's one of the things also that I've learned in life, to motivate myself. Pero wala naman nag-motivate sa akin. Ako lang yung mag-motivate sa sarili ko. But sometimes, just like what Tom said, naghahanap din ako ng kung sino yung pwede ko maging mentor, kung sino pa yung pwede mag-guide sa akin further to become a better person. Because there's always a room for education. If you want to become a better person, you should be always open to that, to changes. You should be always open to other suggestions. Hindi ka pwedeng confine lang. Hindi, ito na ako bakit ako makikinig sa'yo? Hindi ganon. Pag ganon, yung naging attitude mo, yung you cannot adapt anymore to changes, then I think that's the end. That's your end already. Pero if you want to grow further, you need people's help, other people's help. Like yung mga listeners natin ngayon, yung mga viewers natin ngayon, I'm very sure Ruby and Tom can help you out on this, because I myself, I feel I need their help. So,
Bingo.
Okay.
You
Bingo.
really
Bingo, anytime. Okay,
you really hit
anytime.
the nail on the head.
Tama na, can have conversations with you immediately after this. But Bingo, agree ako dun sa sinabi mo. In fact, it reminds me of a page in the sports magazine, no, na pick up ko. Kasi ang coaching really began with the sports coaching, right? It
Yes,
was
yes.
translated into the layman and into the corporate world by Sir John Whitmore. Ano yan siya? Car race driver yan siya. Pero ang sabi doon, you know, some of the best coaches in the world coach not only the athlete but also the person.
Yes.
So,
Uh,
I mean, as a leader, you are the CEO of the company. Okay, you can do great things, but if as a human being you don't feel that you have achieved your fullest potential, then you have not really achieved your fullest potential, right? So
Yes.
hindi ka pa nag-transcend sa ganung level. So
Yeah.
that's where coaching partners with people, because it is a partnership, creative and thought-provoking, that inspires a person to achieve and maximize his fullest potential, both personally and professionally. So yan, actually you hit on the definition of coaching.
Coaching.
Nakakatuwa, partner
Bingo.
Ron, yung ano nila, no? Yung ano nila, yung advocacy nila, yung coaching nila. Kasi imagine if Ruby was able to influence one leader, na-influensya ng gusto ni Ruby or na-influensya ng gusto ni Tom, na-guide nila ng maayos, nakinig sa kanila doon sa coaching nila, that person can influence a lot more persons. Imagine if that person is handling about 100, 200, tapos that person na kinoach ni Ruby, kinoach ni Tom, also made an impact to the people around him. Napakalaking bagay nung gano'n. So, malaking bagay pag meron talagang coaching na nangyayari.
Yes.
Kailangan lang open ka sa sarili mo, hindi pwedeng isarado ang pinto.
Ganun nangyayari pag corporate, when the culture of the company embraces coaching.
Yes.
There's a coaching culture, so everybody goes up to the next level and then performs his best to the best productivity of himself for the company.
Yes.
Okay. Pero napapahaba ang
So, as
kwentuhan
in,
natin. Ang ganda naman kasi. Okay. Ano tayo, no? Yung pandemic scenario muna. Where are you now? Ngayong pandemic na to na whatever, no? MECQ, GCQ, whatever. So where is now the coaching industry? Where is now Lim in the map?
I think that
Gawin natin, what is your relevance now in this new normal?
I think that coaching as a discipline and as a learning intervention and professional development intervention is very relevant for two reasons.
Okay.
One is it takes care of the mental health implications of the pandemic. So people need a soundboard. People need to be guided through the new norms and the next norm. And thirdly, a lot of organizations now are really, priming up and trying to look at, upskilling their sales force or their revenue generators, so that when the inevitable rebound of the economy reopens, yung mga tao nila is already, yun nga, yung metaphor na ginagamit namin ni Ruby is that gear number 3 na, hindi yung gear number 1 ka pa lang when business will reopen fully. So this is really a time of reflection. It's a time of exercising the muscle for the sprint that will happen whenever it happens, no? Because at this point, nobody exactly knows when the economy will rebound, but definitely economic experts are saying that it will, because a lot of people wants it to really rebound. So it's now very apt for companies to really make sure that their people, especially the revenue frontliners, are equipped mentally and then also in terms of skill and competency to be able to fast track the revenue recovery that happens when things become normal.
Okay. So, in terms of a measurement of 1 to 5 ang coaching ngayon. Means to say very relevant because of
Yes.
the things that
Tama yung
trauma.
May dagdag ako dyan, Rolly, because one
Yes.
of the central beliefs that we have, no, ni Tom sa company is that we want to ensure that the rate of learning is at least equal to or greater than the rate of change
Yes.
externally, diba? So, if there's disruption outside, coaching can help the organization accelerate the rate of learning within para mas tuloy siyang mag-survive, mag-thrive, mag-recover. No? And we have 10 well-researched learning principles that underpin the work that we do. If we ask
Yeah.
ourselves at the end of the day, what have I learned? I've already won. Diba? I've already won the day. So, yan yung nangyayari sa coaching. No? What is it that you're learning from each of your experiences that you can apply today and can bring you forward? So we want to bring people to that learning zone. We have the science of it. In fact, we have a book about learning. No, I'm not sure if I have it here. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Are you looking for the book, Ruby?
Yes.
I have
Oh, yeah.
Nakakatuwa yung sinabi niyo, science. So science, kasi like even in
Action,
studying, there's the art
reflection,
and like there's the
learning.
science part. So in
ARL.
coaching, there's the science part.
yan.
Yeah.
Yan ang book. Pamin. No, that's
Yeah.
the author here is my first coach. Diba? And he's still part of the organization. He's the president of the organization.
Si
So, yeah.
Ernie ba yan? Ernie?
Ernie, yes. Ernie
yeah.
Turner.
All right. Sige. So,
Yeah.
I think very clear mga sinabi ni Tom at Ruby. Number one, there's a tipping point in their partnership, but they have the greatest deciding moment because yung mga engagement nila na-nurture for them to be partners. So, hindi bigla-bigla nangyayari yan.
Yes.
And then since they are in the business of conversation, yung mga rudiments of an organization of embracing opportunities, threats, disruption, adaptation, na pag-uusapan nila lagi, and then they come out with a decision every now and then, and including money matters.
Yes.
At syempre, pagdating sa customer, they treat the customer as a partner kasi syempre nga, di ba? Ang kanila, they motivate people. Kasama na yun eh. And then, they lead the person to the next best thing to be done. And
Correct.
then, sa lahat ng mga gusto mag-coaches, maging coach, at meron silang programa, I think you can promote it now, Ruby. Meron ba? Meron ba kayo ongoing program ngayon? Can you tell our
Meron kami
audience?
ongoing programs, global programs ito, no? And Tom is one of the faculty here, leading teams remotely. Can you just quickly speak about that, Tom?
Yes, it's a very timely and relevant course that is really equipping leaders with the 6 ARL tools that will help them not only motivate but optimize their teams while working remotely. So I think that's the more relevant one. And of course, we have the virtual team coaching certification program, which happens 2 times in a year. So we just concluded the Asia part. There will be one for America and Europe coming up in the next couple of months.
Okay. And siguro para...
Here, we also, so then, book namin, Rolly, another book.
Gentle
It's
Intervention.
called Gentle Intervention for Team Coaching.
Yes.
You know why gentle? Because we already do it, but we just don't know what works. And so if we're able to put it into a tool, no, so nadadagdagan natin ang toolkit ng mga leaders at saka mga team coaches.
Okay.
Yes.
May good news kami sa inyo, no? So I think ang una niyong kliyente kami ni Bingo because we are new media marketing partners ngayon for this program. And then sabi ni Bingo, kailangan daw namin eh. Yes.
You can be better persons because of this.
It'll be our pleasure.
Oo, kasi like yung gusto pa lang magsimulang magnegosyo, kailangan nila ng business coach para ma-lessen yung risk nila. Ma-lessen.
Absolutely.
Kasi kung wala sila ng negosyo, di ba? Ang hirap. Nang walang mag-help.
I-demonstrate natin, Bingo, ang successful partnership.
Yes.
Alright. Sige. Pero yan, igagawin muna natin at the back of the camera. For the meantime, let's play the Lim video. TVR, please.
Talented people are any company's most valuable asset, and eventually, the key to success. When you combine talent with leadership, these people become a potent driver to up the bottom line. But exceptional leadership is not developed overnight. This is what Leadership in Motion is all about. We are all products of many influences. LIM is about solutions, turning problems into opportunities of growth. It stimulates its clients to develop and grow a mindset that permeates strategy, structure, systems, style, skills, staff learning, and even shared values. In the Philippines, we're young, but we're growing fast. Our fast-growing roster of customers are more than clients. They're partners. Discover best practices on leadership management. Explore innovative ways of talent growth and gearing this to competitive advantage. At the end of the day, it's all about impact and results. It's all about leadership in motion.
All right. So, wow, excited ako. Para ako I think nakaranas na ako niya ng 1/3 or 1/2 yata
Yes.
ako, Biyam.
You're almost there.
Okay, so I think we're all excited with what you have shared with us, and then pero ngayon kayo naman ang susurpresahin namin because we like to see the other side of you in terms
Yes.
not of the business but of your lifestyle. Ang lahat ng yan ay makikita ng ating audience kasama kayo sa ating pagbabalik right after this break from our sponsor.
We'll be back shortly. This is Two for the Road. Two for the Road. Only here on V81 Radio Worldwide. Kabayan, nahuhomesick ka ba? I-download na ang aming mobile app at mag-enjoy sa mga kantang Tatak Pinoy and feel like you're home. The V81 Radio mobile app, available in the App Store and Google Play Store. V81 Radio mobile app, free now, free forever. Para enjoy ang pakikinig sa V81 Radio kahit saan. We are now on your Amazon Echo devices. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio at i-enjoy ang inyong mga paboritong Pinoy music 24/7. Sabihin lang, Alexa, play V81 Radio. Now back to Two for the Road. Two for the Road. Only here on V81 Radio Worldwide.
Oh, okay, Bingo. So I think how do you feel about the interview? Dapat wala muna sila, tatawagin natin eh. Dito na.
Well, nakakatuwa, Rolly, no? Kasi these two individuals, yung naging guest natin, there are both seasoned individuals in the corporate world and the academe. Ang dami nila natutulungan na tao. Sabi ko nga kanina, pag may natulungan ka lang na isa, tapos yung isa na yun, natulungan mo ng gusto, naturuan mo ng gusto, na-coach mo ng gusto, maraming buhay din na matatouch yung taong matuturuan nila. Kaya very effective and very, I think it's a must. No? Yung mga magne-negosyo pa lang, magkaroon kayo ng mentor. Meron kayo dapat na pagtatanungan. Mas maganda kung meron kayong business coach. Kasi meron mag-guide sa inyo, mali-lesson. Kasi minsan nga may nagtanong sa akin, Sir, paano ba maging successful? Sabi ko, kailangan mo na muna mag-fail. Sir, ilang beses na ako nag-fail. You have to fail more than 10 times before you become successful in your endeavor. So, because failure is part of the success road. But if you have a business coach, yung failures mo, magiging learning experience lahat. Yung every step of the way, malilesen yung failures mo because you have somebody to guide you on your every step of the way. Whether you be in your business, whether in your career sa corporate world, even I think kung halimbawang nasa celebrity ka, paano mo further enhance yung career mo as a celebrity? Importante pa rin meron kang mentor, meron pa rin nagko-coach sa'yo. Ang nakakatuwa, marami natutulungan si Ruby and si Tom dun sa negosyo nilang to.
Okay, yes. Dadagdagan ko lang, no, para sa mga nakikinig at nanonood na gusto maging coach, no? So, number one, kailangan magdaan kayo sa certification program. So, I think Lim, together with Tom and Ruby, is giving out that opportunity. And then if you want to be a partner of one of the other coaching companies, hindi siya biglaan. So mean to say, you've got to undergo several engagement, see the person, talk to the persons, and then you can see the vibration, the synergy, and then you can now be a part of a coaching company. At pagdating naman sa customers as partners, ayan, kami mismo mga anchor, kami ni Bingo, we will now be a customer for the coaching industry specifically sa LIM or Leadership in Motion.
Yes.
Okay. Pero ngayon, Bingo, let's see the other side of the fence. And then I would like to call on our guest, Tom Atrubi, to be back on screen. Kami dito naniniwala sa programa na to na sa business, we got to share your talents, skills, and know-how. And then we've got to have the same radar mindset to complement and supplement your partners and the partnership as a whole. Pero you cannot, di mo pwedeng alisin sa tao yung kanyang other aspects of his persona na tinatawag nating lifestyle. Can we play a video now so that we can accentuate what we would like to trying to say? Roll VTR, please.
Lifestyle is a word we throw around a lot. But what is it? You might think lifestyle is a big house, a yacht, a fancy car. But it's not. Look, you could be a lawyer, a doctor, or a stockbroker making $500,000, $600,000, even $700,000 a year. You might have all the toys and the title. But if you are working 80 hours a week from 8 to faint in a high-stress job, that is not lifestyle. Lifestyle is living on your schedule, working in flip-flops and a t-shirt, at your house, at a coffee shop, or from the beach. Lifestyle is taking time off as much as you want, for as long as you want. Having the time to do what matters. That, my friend, is lifestyle. And if you want that, we have it. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the Vortex, powered by Surge 365.
Okay, hindi namin in-edit yung video na yan. So gusto namin sabihin, welcome to Two for the Road. Kasi dito, what matters is not only your business sense, but your lifestyle. And then, I'd like to ask our two guests, what is your personal lifestyle? Ladies first.
Ladies first. Yeah. So I caught a term kanina na ginamit ni Ronnie, which is the wheel of life. Diba? And for me, I think working from home, I like it. I'm liking it really a lot because I get to engage in not only self-care, diba? Kasi I already gained the time out of traffic. So mga 4 hours yun ang nag-gain ko every day.
Ang laki na na-save.
Traffic. So I spend it sa healthy self-care. Nag-gardening ako sa umaga at saka sa hapon. Pagtanggal lang ng weeds, alam mo, iba yung and then I grew already lemons this size, so nakakatuwa. So that's just one, we dance, we pray with the family, so I make sure that we spend 2 hours with the family, praying the rosary. We're Catholics. I also have a Saturday pastoral companions group ko sa Diocese of Parañaque. So I co-lead that. And then as far as work and finances, work from home is really also giving us the finances and the meaningful work. Tapos of course leisure, importante. And I connect with my network. I make sure that I'm connected with my friends and extended family. So that's me.
Okay. So, can we hear naman, Tom? What's your personal lifestyle?
Yes, I'm basically a people person. So I try as much as I could, given the time that's available to me, to really get in touch with my high school friends, my elementary friends, my ex-office mates that I've established very close relationships with. So that's one. Secondly, I try to live a healthy lifestyle. So at one point, I was a vegan for 5 years, no?
And slim mo.
so I'm trying to eat a bit healthy for personal reasons and also for health reasons. I feel it's really a lifestyle that is increasing your energy to be able to meet the demands of maintaining close relationship with the people. that you love.
Okay.
And also, I try to learn as much as I can. So I try to read a book at least once a month. I try to also, on the physical side, I play tennis. So I have a tennis club. I'm uh, I'm affiliated with ADB Tennis Club, and we play regularly. We do tournaments. So trying to balance, the physical, spiritual, mental aspect of life. So, and still, struggling, but a bit happy. So
Okay.
that is, in a nutshell, the way I live.
Okay.
Hindi
Well,
talaga
kami ni...
pwede partner na ano, no? Hindi talaga pwedeng puro negosyo lang, puro trabaho lang.
Yes,
Kailangan meron ka talagang bagay na ginagawa outside of
correct.
your work. Eh. Now, you find satisfaction or fulfillment kasi doon nagkakaroon ng work and life balance. Eh. Just like with Ruby, nakita niya yung gardening. Tapos hindi rin biro yun na magtatanaga ng weed, pagpapawisan ka din nun. Pero iba yung ano yung therapeutic ano no, pag nakakita ka ng greens na mga halaman. Iba, tapos nakita mo lumalaki ng halaman mo. Iba yung pakiramdam nun. And then si
Yes.
Tom naman, di ko alam na athletic pala si Tom. Ha? He's into tennis partner. Hindi ko inaakala na marunong pala mag-tennis si Tom. It's nice to know, no, partner, na parehas silang merong active lifestyle din. Yes, partner Rolly?
Okay. So I think yung activities nila tsaka diversion are not so exactly the same. Kasi Ruby is a homebody and then religious and
Yeah.
now enjoys working at home. No? Si Tom naman is social, athletic, and well, healthy lifestyle. No? Thank you nga pala. We
Trying
ate
to.
before sa restaurant, sabay kami. I
Yes.
enjoyed the vegan food.
Yes.
Sana maulit, no?
Yes, we should do that next time again, Rolly.
Okay. Ang tanong ko lang is, given your activities and diversion in terms of your lifestyle are different, how does this affect your productivity? Being together as partners. No effect, much effect, complementary effect. Yeah. We
I
like to
think
hear
it-
from you.
Oh, ladies first.
Diba?
Yes.
Ladies first. Mm.
I think ang important to me, what is important in my productivity is that I am happy. Diba? If I'm happy, if I find meaning in what I do, I become really productive. And I think despite the pandemic that's happening, no, I try to set boundaries and that helps me kasi pag babae ka kasi pwede ka ring ano sa kitchen, no, madali ka rin mahila doon sa family care, no, opposed sa work. So I try to put some boundaries there para work lang ako dito, close office na pag ganitong oras, 'di ba? So that I can also attend to the family and my other hobbies. Importante 'yon. And I think that's what is needed for me to be productive. I engage in happy moments.
Yes.
And then si Tom.
Tom.
Ako naman, I believe that while time is finite, energy is infinite. No? Just to give you an example, sometimes you bump into a friend that you've never seen before for a long time, and then you met in the mall, and then you just have a 1-minute chit chat, and then after you leave from that conversation, you feel very energized and very pumped up, no? And I think that by doing the things that you love, it allows you to replenish the energy so that you're able to fuel down the things that you need to do on the work side naman. So I think that is key, no? Striking a balance and making sure that you have that battery charger that recharges you so that you are always 5G when you do the things that you
I
want.
like
Yes.
the 5G pero wag Huawei,
Yes.
Okay, so I think the alignment naman ang sagot nila because happiness is also energy. It's the output of the energy na positive within yourself. And then Tom is also putting much emphasis. I like the thing that you mentioned that time is finite, but energy is more infinite. And then that's something within that keeps you going. Okay,
Yes.
so itong lifestyle nyo ba, how does it affect your vision and passion for Lim?
I think
Whoa.
if I may answer first, Ruby, I
Yeah,
think
sige.
it's very in sync. no? Because I am a people person, and the way I live my life outside of Lim is the same. So I just feel that there's unity of self. So and this is one of the pitfalls of leaders, no, and even coaches. They are different outside and they're different in their homes, and I think that is an energy vampire. So having this one persona, unity of self, whether you're in the church, you're in the community, you're in your workplace, or whether you're in your home working from home, I think that really gives you the focus that allows you to deliver what is needed, given the expectations from your team. So to me, it's really very much in sync with what I do as well in Lim.
Taken. Okay. And how about Ruby?
Ako naman, I've always believed that where my talents and the needs of the world meet, there you would find your vocation. And I think I found my vocation in the work that I do with Lim and the coaching, kasi it gives me the meaning, and I think it serves my purpose also in life. So if you ask me, Rolly, it's gonna be a lifelong engagement.
Okay.
That's very inspiring to say, Ruby.
Alam mo, Bingo, the reason why we incorporated lifestyle with business kasi a lot of the CEOs fail in their business life because of their lifestyle. And then we don't want to conclude here because we want this segment to be open-ended. Let our viewers and listeners conclude for you. So their lifestyle dictates what they do, and then that can also be an attraction, a push strategy for Lim and for the coaching industry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Short lang ito kasi dapat magsushoot tayo ng mga video pagdating sa lifestyle, but we cannot still do it now because of the quarantine, so that we can tell our audience that business and lifestyle should be one. There has to be one a sense of unity in oneself. All right. Thank you very much, Ruby and Tom, for participating. But before anything else,
Thank you, Ruby.
we'd like to
Thank
have
you, Tom.
our culminating segment. But we shall first pause for a break for this last break of the Two for the Road.
We'll be back shortly. This is Two for the Road. Two for the Road. Only here on V81 Radio Worldwide. Para enjoy ang pakikinig sa V81 Radio kahit saan. We are now on your Amazon Echo devices. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio at i-enjoy ang inyong mga paboritong Pinoy music 24/7. Sabihin lang, Alexa, play V81 Radio. Kabayan, nahuhomesick ka ba? I-download na ang aming mobile app at mag-enjoy sa mga kantang tatak Pinoy and feel like you're home. The V81 Radio mobile app, available in the App Store and Google Play Store. V81 Radio mobile app, free now, free forever. Now back to Two for the Road. Two for the Road, only here on V81 Radio Worldwide.
Alright, so we're back.
We're back.
Gusto natin tawagin ang ating mga guests na at si Ruby at si Tom kasi ito na yung segment na magpapaalam tayo, but before anything else, gusto natin hingan sila ng final takeaway to the audience. What can you advise our audience now? Bago ang lahat, gusto muna natin batiin ang mga nanood, no? I'd like to have a shout out to Aliyah Ambre. Congratulations also to your show today. Ang taas ng viewers mo. Tianjin from the office ni Bingo, watching now. Shout out also. And then binabati namin si Raleigh Vargas, who's also watching now from California. And for lahat ng mga V81 people connected with us are watching now in California. Maraming salamat. At ngayon, so I think you'd like to have a Miss Universe question. Wag na. Kasi ang gaganda ng mga sagot nila eh, no? I mean to say, it's so clear na we need coaching now and then they have really leveled up. Kami nga mismo, customer na nila.
True. Kailangan natin sila.
Okay, can we have your parting words and final takeaway to the general online public? Okay, first will be...
Si Tam muna uli.
Okay. So
Tom?
I think that to all the viewers and listeners of V81 Radio, Two for the Road show, we are in a very difficult time. It's a pandemic, but always seek for help if you need to. And it's okay to ask for help. And it's based on research, even leaders, no? It's not a sign of weakness, but it's a sign of your humanity. So I think that, dial a friend, seek a coach if you need to, but get, make sure that you get yourself somebody to talk to. It will really help you. And I think that is the very reason why coaching is very relevant during this time. So we look forward to really engaging with you in the future, as well as helping you with your challenges, especially during this time.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom. I like very much your word, humanity. I think we're missing that a lot
Yes.
nowadays. Bawal mag-expound. Okay, Ruby.
Personally, if you to all of our viewers of our B81 Radio Talk Shop Asia program, Two for the Road, I think partnerships in this time and age is now the most relevant and a commercial necessity. And coaching is one of the powerful interventions that you can invest in today. We are here for you, and as we've experienced it ourselves, trust is important. And as we offer to you partnership, we want to share with you that we continuously build on our trust equation, which includes credibility, intimacy, meaning to say we are able to listen, and integrity, okay, that Tom and I and Leadership in Motion can bring with a very minimal self-orientation, meaning to say we want to do it with you and for you. So we take care of ourselves as well. So I hope that we accept this offer that we will have for a partner.
Yes, definitely
Thank you.
yes.
Thank
Ang
you.
sagot ko dyan, di ba? For the information of our audience, Ruby is my personal coach.
Very good.
Okay. And
So sabi,
syempre,
partner,
figure,
sinasabi kanina ni Ruby, di ba, very relevant nowadays. Na everybody, it should be partnership. As you can see naman, di ba, meron yung public-private partnership, big companies, Ayala, San Miguel, etc. They partner with one another because they also merge as big corporations ito, pero nagkikipag-partner sila. So, I really believe that partnership will make things better for everyone. Kasi yung strength ng bawat isa, mas lalo nyo napapalakas yung organization. Pag tulong-tulong kayo, may kanya-kanya kanyang strength. As much as we grow.
yeah. Okay. Naku, nag-last word ka na. Oh, ulitin mo yan, Bingo. What's your last word to the public?
Okay, my last word. In any relationship, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship, but only perfect intention. And that intention should be a good one.
Alright. Ako, ang lalim naman yan, relationship.
Galing.
Even in business partnership, hindi hindi magkaroon ng problema along the way. But the thing is, pag ang intention nyo is good with one another as partners, you will be able to find ways to settle things on a better means. So, pero pag hindi maganda intention mo, if you fall into partnership and you're just one-sided, then there will be problems with that business partnership.
Alright. Sige, I will learn from you, Bingo. At siyempre, gusto kong pasalamatan si Tom at si Ruby. They've always been with me from the time, ilang taon na, no? And thank you very much. Kung last time, we're talking about soft programs. Ngayon, definitely, we are endorsing coaching to the whole of the service industries. And we're embracing you. Ang una nga is itong si Bingo, talagang magpapakoach dapat sa dami ng negosyo niya.
Yes.
Yes. And we shall talk to you behind the camera already.
Yes.
And then, syempre, ang gusto ko namang ipahatid sa ating mga audience na things happen on a tipping point. But parties will have a deciding moment on who to partner with. And then, Bingo, what's your response to that?
And Rolly, business challenges will be met easily with success if you embrace being
Two
for the road.
for the road. Bye-bye.
The program that is a call for the times during this 21st century pandemic, seeing breakthrough beyond horizons. This is Two for the Road. Challenges are usually solved and stepped up to as partners know the worth and value of being two for the road. Join the global business and transformation mentor Rolly Pagaspas and the global marketing leader Bingo Matta as they discuss collaborations in the program that pivots on partnerships. This is Two for the Road every Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio Worldwide. Tunog Pinoy, Tatak Pinoy. The future of radio. This is your all hits, all Pinoy internet radio station. This is V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy.